Cristo. Cristo.
New Group Chat Commons episode, man. Episode 39. You're tuned in to the best podcast in the world.
Yes, sir.
We got Tatu Sly here with us. We got Eli, and we got one of the OGs here with us. Big
OG,
Cristo.
hit it for OG.
Yes, sir. How you feeling? It's good to have you on here.
I appreciate y'all boys, man. I miss y'all. I miss being in here, man.
We're glad to have you back on for another classic, Christmas themed episode. We kind of wanted to start off, it's around the time the World Cup comes out every 4 years. I'm not really in tune with the World Cup, but Cristo is. Emilio, you may be familiar. I know, Eli, you're not familiar. So if you could, Cristo, kind of, lead into it with us.
Like, y'all get the championships every year, like the NBA championships and the Super Bowls and stuff. Like, for us, it's more like the World Cup, That's, like, for me, the most competitive tournament that soccer has. The World Cup is basically saying your country has the best 22 players at that moment,
In the world.
In the world, basically,
Yeah.
It actually increased on the host of teams.
Why is that?
That's actually a good question, but I'm actually not quite sure. I do know.
More money.
Yeah, more money, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Wait, not to cut you off, but I have a question for you before you say anything else. So, like you said, like we get championships every single year in every single sport. It's the biggest thing of the year. How come you don't think soccer has maybe implemented that, or does it make it that much more meaningful that it's only 4 years?
I know the answer to that. They have, league cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, there's teams in leagues, and they'll have, a championship cup. But, as far as it being, a world, continent thing, they have it every 4 years. It's almost like the Olympics.
Yeah.
I say it's bigger than the Olympics, bro.
Bro, it's huge.
This shit is nuts. What's it? Wasn't one stadium 96,000 people?
Yeah, the Argentina versus
That's
Mexico
crazy.
game. It was actually the most viewed and the most bought out, game of the whole World Cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the one thing that I really like about the World Cup is, the NFL, when they have the Super Bowl, they get called the world champions, world champions, whatever. Same thing with the NBA, but the World Cup, when you win the World Cup, you really are the world champion because
For full 4 years.
Yeah, full 4 years you hold the actual world championship title, playing against the world. So that's one thing that I really, like about the World Cup.
There is two tournaments that are important, but not as meaningful as World Cup because those two tournaments, for example, you got the Euros, which is only European teams competing against each other. Then you got the Copa Oro, which is only the North American teams, from South America and stuff like that,
I've never heard that.
Yeah, but then that's when, that's every 2 years. Once they do that kind of, they do small tournaments to prepare you for the World Cup.
Okay.
You feel me? So when it's the World Cup, it's teams from over here, from North America, and European teams. So that's why I feel like it's so it's such a big tournament, because you're really the world champion. You feel me?
And how you were telling us off camera, it's you can have teams that don't mean anything. Beat teams that are extraordinary.
Yeah, bro. For example, Morocco, bro. They haven't. I don't think the last time they made it to the World Cup was probably 8 years ago, maybe. They came into, this World Cup. They beat Belgium, which is a very, very, big upset. Morocco, they haven't been in the World Cup for the past 8 years. And Belgium has been in the World Cup for the past, 12 years maybe? I can't remember the last time they haven't made it. But they came and beat them, and they actually eliminated them. And then Morocco actually advanced to the round of 16. You feel me? And that's the first time they've done that in 36 years. So
Jesus.
It's stuff like that, bro, that this World Cup's been crazy, bro. This World Cup has been crazy.
Yeah.
And talking about upsets, I think you told me about this. Saudi Arabia, they upset, was it Argentina first game?
Saudi Arabia hasn't been in the World Cup for 12 years, and then they beat Argentina, who's projected, and everybody thinks they're going to win the World Cup, but they're not. I swear they're not.
But they take it so serious. Didn't the country get together and buy everyone on the team double R's?
Yeah, so there's
that's crazy.
Yeah, a royal family. They bought all the players Rolls Royces, and Saudi Arabia, they made that day, which I think is November 11th or something like that, a holiday in Saudi Arabia.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
bro, it's crazy.
That's
bro.
crazy.
That's crazy.
And my fault.
Go ahead.
Argentina before the World Cup, You remember that? You know that tournament I told y'all about? The
Yeah.
Copa Oro?
Yeah.
Copa Oro.
Yep, they won that one 2 years ago, and ever since then, they were unbeaten for 36 games, and then Saudi Arabia beat them.
Wow.
So, they kind of ruined their streak.
And
Yeah.
who are you rooting for?
I was rooting.
Man, he changes his mind every time I talk to him. He got a new team.
Nah. He says I do that, but I'm just like saying like teams that are like surprising and doing really well, like USA,
That,
bro. Like,
that you just want to see win.
yes, bro.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Like USA, they're doing really, really well. I know they're not gonna win, but they're doing
Shit.
really, really well.
USA all the way.
Bro. I mean, shit.
Hey,
Nah, but you
Go
touched on
USA.
it. You touched on it earlier. You said Argentina's not gonna win, so obviously it's slimming down. It's getting to that round of 16.
Yeah, like the most
Who do you think is gonna be in that Final Four championship game and ultimately win it?
Final Four for sure is gonna be Brazil, Portugal, France, and Argentina. Those are the top four that are for sure gonna go through.
France, huh?
Yeah,
France.
France won it.
Didn't they
4
win it
years
last
ago.
time?
Yep,
Yeah.
they-
Oh wow.
Who would you say is individually might be playing the best right now, like player that you've seen watch so far?
God.
Or maybe name a couple who are playing like super, super good. I want to put this out here, bro. He is the biggest Messi hater, bro. He is the biggest Messi hater.
You don't like Lionel Messi?
Bro, it's like I tell everybody, bro. I don't hate on Messi, but bro, like this is my like when people ask me, who do you think is better, Messi or Ronaldo? I tell them this all the time. Messi is naturally better, bro. Like yes,
Gifted.
Gifted better, like God's talent, just good. You feel me? Like pick a ball up in 6 months and still be the same motherfucker. You feel me?
Yeah, he's that nigga.
Exactly. But Ronaldo, he has that dog in him. Like you feel me? Like he had to work to where he like to where he's at. You feel me? At the moment.
He was 17 whenever he started, right?
Yeah.
Do you respect that more?
Yes, bro. Well,
Because that's sort of what it sounds like.
I mean, I feel like I do respect him more because he's more like more of an underdog. You feel me?
So do you think that
Like-
Cristiano Ronaldo is better than Lionel Messi though?
No, Messi's for sure better than
Okay.
Ronaldo. But the accomplishments and everything that Ronaldo has done, for me, it makes Ronaldo a better player, bro. Like,
Yes.
So
he's won more.
He makes you feel like somebody who wants to be just as good can be that good.
yeah,
if they
he
put
makes
the work
himself
in.
relatable. There you
Yes.
go. That's
It's-
what I meant to.
yes.
Yeah.
it's kind of like Jordan and Kobe. You know, Kobe was nothing but straight work.
Work.
You know, he worked to where he got work ethic, everything like that. I mean, not saying Jordan put in the work, but I mean, Jordan was just, you know,
Jordan was put on
And
this
you hear the
earth to play
story.
basketball.
Yeah.
Or you could even like compare like Kobe's work ethic to like kind of
LeBron's.
or Steph Curry. I was gonna say because Steph Curry is a natural born shooter, but maybe Kobe wasn't as good as a 3-point shooter, but he was just a hard fucking worker in the gym.
yeah,
And
yeah.
for me, what makes it, what I like.
No
Cristiano-
discredit to Kobe. Sorry,
Yeah,
but I have
yeah,
to
no.
say that. Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
No, yeah, RIP to my Black Mamba. I like Ronaldo too more because, like I said, Ronaldo has that dog in him. You feel me? And for me, he won because his first international trophy was the one that was like, nah, like this man is like he's the GOAT for real. You like he was coming into the tournament with a knee injury. Like they were telling him if you keep playing, if you play this tournament, like you're gonna fuck up your career and shit like that. You feel me? So he's like, nah, like I gotta play because Portugal doesn't have like strong players. Like they've never back then never had like a good starting 8 players. They only had like Ronaldo and like 2 other players,
Yeah.
So coming into that tournament, they were underdogs, and then they actually beat France in the final, and then that's the tournament I was like, nah, like he's that dog. You feel
He's
me?
him.
Well,
that
I have
guy.
He's
I
him.
have a question for you bringing that up because, like you said, like they didn't have as many good players, but like you said, this is national teams, right? The national teams. So how does that work? Are these guys like playing together in this 4-year window where the World Cup isn't happening? Because, like you said, like I know Ronaldo plays on club teams, Messi plays on club teams, and they all play on their different club teams. So how does that work? How do they keep that same chemistry and camaraderie for those 3 years?
Okay, yeah. So basically, how you get selected and I guess you could say drafted to your international team is basically like throughout the 4 years throughout the 3 years that you're waiting for the World Cup to happen, you have to perform for your club. And so how do you perform for your basically like getting caught up to the US Olympics, you feel me? For the
Okay.
basketball team. Like you have to perform well in your club. And then they see your stats and all
Okay.
that, you
Yeah.
feel me? And they're like, oh, okay, this guy's better than this guy at this position.
Okay, so they
You feel
pick the
me? And then
best.
they're like, hey,
Oh.
we're gonna give you a trial, come play. And then if you obviously
Okay.
play good at the team, then they keep you at the team.
Can one player play for multiple countries?
No,
But can they go into 4 years ago they played for another country, but 4 years later they play for another one?
nah. So basically, once you're I think it's once you play an official match for your country, you can't play for no other country.
Holy
Like let's say
shit.
for example, we have an Argentinian player in our Mexico squad right now, right?
Mhm.
And he played, I think it was like 2-3 games with the Argentina team, but they were straight friendlies, like they didn't mean nothing. So what basically, and he plays in Mexico. He plays in the league in Mexico. So what he did, he naturalized himself Mexican, and became a citizen of Mexico. And then he, now he's basically a Mexican guy. Like he's basically Mexican. And he basically was playing good, well, he wasn't playing good, but basically since he was Mexican, they called him up to to go. They welcomed him to go play.
Yeah, and I heard about that, and it was something with this most recent World Cup where it was like, I think he was maybe Cambodian or something like that. It was like one player who was actually he was playing for, his country, or he wasn't playing for his country. He was on a team playing against his country, and then he ended up kicking the game winning goal or whatever. And then like some people were just in the comments talking like he really should be playing for Cambodia. I think that's what the country was. I don't remember. I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Nah, so what happened was it's like 2 weeks before the World Cup is about to start, and Ecuador has this one player that is Colombian, but he naturalized himself Ecuadorian. That's what they're saying now.
Okay,
That's what they're saying now.
Yeah.
But basically, when he was playing with Ecuador, he was still Colombian, and he basically scored a goal that qualified them to the World Cup and all that. And basically, what was gonna happen is the World Cup Federation, FIFA.
Yeah.
'Cause that's what the whole soccer is, FIFA. You feel me?
Yeah.
FIFA found out about that, and they were about to penalize him and take him out the World Cup and all that.
Oh, okay.
But they somehow, you know how that shit works. Money somehow said, nah, he plays for Ecuador. But
Yeah.
how
Well,
that
Cristo,
go. You know how that go.
we appreciate you dropping so much game and
Yeah,
knowledge.
okay.
And I
Yeah,
want to,
facts.
before we move all this soccer subject, because we've got a lot of soccer talk in, I want your opinions on this. Did y'all see, since we were talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, well, he hasn't signed it, but there's speculation that he will sign it. What was it like?
It was
400 something million for 2 years?
It was 288.
He's gonna actually sign it.
There's speculation.
There's speculations.
Okay.
What's that, like 100 million a year?
178 a mil.
That's just
178
off
mil a
soccer.
year.
That's crazy, boy.
He probably doesn't even have to probably be at his peak.
Yeah,
He's not, bro.
Yeah,
Like, right
they
now,
just
bro, he
need-
doesn't have a club right now. Literally, while the World Cup's going on, he got dropped from his club.
For doing that interview, right?
Yep, and
Yeah.
talking shit about
They were on that
about
fuck shit.
club. Yeah.
Yeah, they're on that fuck shit. But that's, bro, I thought these baseball and basketball contracts were getting big. I saw that shit. I was like,
That's nuts.
no one's fucking with that.
Yeah.
In America, at least, they ain't fucking with that.
Yeah,
And
but
it's crazy too because they play only 6 months out of the whole year.
wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
That's
to
crazy.
kind of switch it up a little bit here. It's the holidays. I kind of wanted to ask you guys favorite Christmas movies.
We can go this way. I'll start it off.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Top three. I'll give you three.
Top three.
Top three. No order. Go Elf. Elf is a classic to me. Polar Express. Classic. Absolute classic. Stop smacking your lips. Those are classics.
Nah, it's
And then-
go ahead.
And then I'll have to say Charlie Brown Christmas.
Classic.
Charlie Brown
classic.
Christmas.
That was a classic one.
Okay,
Yup.
okay.
Yup.
Mine are, but he took two of mine. So mine are Home Alone. Home Alone is definitely.
Oh, that's a good
Which one? Which one?
the
The
whole
first
series,
one?
bro.
The whole
The
series?
whole
The whole
series?
What?
That's a
You gotta-
classic.
bro. You can't not.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I forgot about Home Alone. Fuck.
Nah, but the second one I think is a better one.
There's
Yeah.
there's 6 Home Alones now, right?
6?
Yeah.
There was another one.
6. Not just another one. There's 6.
Yeah, you might as well throw in 1 through 3. I ain't see
Yeah,
that.
I didn't see that.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. But Home Alone, Elf was one of mine. But I'm gonna go Best Man Holiday. Y'all ever seen that one?
Nah,
Yes,
I've never
man,
seen that.
Holland. I've never seen that.
Y'all gotta. It's more like of a romantic kind of Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
So watch it with the shorty type shit.
Yeah. That's how I
Hallmark-
watched it. That's
The
how I watched
Hallmark
it.
movie.
That's what you put me on or whatever. But yeah, Best Man Holiday definitely one of. It's like about 4 like black couples. It's
Oh,
really it's
okay.
really good. Y'all should tap
Okay.
in. Yeah, it's really good.
I bet that.
And y'all, I'm gonna have to go with you again, bro. The Polar Express.
Polar Express,
I remember-
classic.
I remember what's it called? Half day at elementary school.
Man,
leaving at
what?
12, hot cocoa and the cookies and
Light-
sitting,
Oh
sit-
my
The
sitting in the
lights off?
sit in the auditorium. What?
Man.
With the PJs on.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Bro.
literally.
But
Yeah.
that's definitely a classic for me.
For my top three, man, I'm gonna go more of just my favorites instead of like the best, in general. And this is no order. For my top three Christmas movies, I'm gonna have to go with Step Brothers is one. I'm gonna have to go
it's not
with Step
He
Brothers.
put
Step Brothers. Step
Go
Brothers
ahead.
is a Christmas movie.
Go
I don't
ahead.
care what nobody say. If the movie is happening during Christmas time and it's based around Christmas, it's a Christmas movie.
Y'all,
Thank
please
you.
let us
Hey,
know
we
in the
looked it up
comments.
though. We looked it up too.
Yeah.
I looked up Christmas movies and Step Brothers popped up.
Okay, you know what? Let us know in the comments if you classify Step Brothers as being a Christmas movie.
It is
let
a
us
Christmas
know.
movie.
Let us know.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Step Brothers is one. I'm gonna go with Elf. I think Elf is one of the best Christmas movies. I mean,
for sure.
Will Ferrell killed that role, and it's just such a good lighthearted movie. And for three, I'm about to go with Alvin and the Chipmunks, man. The first one.
Ooh.
The first
I forgot
one.
about
The
that
first one. You
I
feel me,
forgot.
man? You
yeah,
feel
that's
me?
a classic.
Forgot
Yeah.
about those.
Got to, man.
So-
Yeah.
Mine. So starting off, no order because these are all fucking classic. The Harry Potter, the first one.
You can't. That's not a Christmas movie,
Bro,
bro.
the Harry Potter.
That's not a Christmas
Yes, it
movie,
is.
bro.
What does he have against
Just
movies not
because-
being Christmas?
Just because a movie is in the Christmas setting does not. I can watch that movie in January, February, March, April, and like get the same vibe I'll get watching
you
it in
wouldn't.
December.
No, you wouldn't.
wouldn't.
Yeah, okay, I'll watch it. I'll watch it after this. I'll watch it after this.
Watch the first Harry Potter and tell me it's not a Christmas movie. Maybe the other ones, but the first Harry Potter is a Christmas movie.
All right, go ahead. Excuse me for interrupting.
So yeah, A Christmas Carol. Yeah, that's the one, the animated one with Scrooge.
Have you seen the original one
No, I haven't.
with who's in it? It's Bill Murray.
No, the classic. When was it? In the 80s?
80s.
I haven't
bro,
seen that
to be
one.
the avid movie watcher you are, you have to look into it, bro.
Okay.
It's
definitely.
a classic.
Okay,
It's a
yeah.
classic.
And then my final one is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and not the classic one.
Ooh.
I like the classic one.
Which
but
one?
How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Was there like a newer animated one that
There
came
was
out?
a newer animated one. I'm talking about the Jim Carrey one.
Oh,
Okay.
the Jim Carrey one?
Okay.
I think there were 3 that have come out. Not the original one, but the Jim Carrey one, and then the new animated one. But the Jim Carrey one was classic.
I'm not gonna lie, that animated Grinch one that came out in 2018, that shit is fire.
I haven't.
I never
it.
watched it.
It surprised me. It was actually pretty good, with the new animation and everything.
I've only seen the old school one that wasn't. It was like still like a cartoon, but it was.
Yeah.
It was like old school,
Yeah, that one was pretty good. Gotta throw some honorable mentions.
Yeah,
in there,
any
too.
honorable mentions?
Yeah, I got a Christmas Story. That's one of the
Have
most
to.
classic. My parents watched that movie.
Yep.
Every single Christmas. That's like the one movie we watched.
Lampoon's Christmas Vacation,
Mhm.
Classic. Meet the Fockers.
classic.
Bad Santa.
Classic.
Paul
Yup.
Blart. All those
Blart,
movies,
Mall
man.
Cop.
Yeah, like even what.
That used to be my movie.
I'll
bro.
throw in this last one. I'll throw in This Christmas, the one with Chris Brown in
With
it.
Chris Brown, bro.
Niggas don't know about
Whenever they were
that.
at the dinner table and the woman got up and started beating the guy's ass for cheating on her.
Yes, sir.
And he's-
I never seen that.
and,
I have seen
and
that
he
one.
still showed his face at that Christmas dinner.
And it was
Yeah.
like young Chris Brown, right?
Young
Yeah,
Chris
that-
Brown.
I have seen
And
that
he was
one.
singing this Christmas.
Yeah.
By your side is
Hey, favorite Christmas Carol?
The
fucking wait, hold on.
bro, that's crazy. You said the Chris Brown one, or
That-
or Mariah Carey.
Yeah, I mean,
Mariah Carey, I feel
yeah,
like that's just
yeah.
That one's goaded.
But hey,
Goated.
That one
hey,
came out in 1997, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, she made like 75 mil off that shit.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Imagine her residuals every year around this time.
y'all talking about Mariah Carey, but hey, don't forget about the Jackson 5, man.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
sleep on
I
the
saw
Jackson.
Mommy kissing Santa Claus, man.
Oh my
Hey.
god.
I used to hear that song as a kid. I used to think, man, is my mom kissing Santa Claus, nigga?
Hey, but before we wrap this thing up, Emilio has an interesting topic he wants to talk about with us real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it quick and short, man, just because it's some bullshit, man. So, have you guys heard about Balenciaga and everything that's been going on?
Yeah, the unfortunate.
I haven't
events.
really.
So, to
Just a
pretty
little
much
bit.
put it in simple terms, they're pretty much exploiting children. They're, pretty much, just blatantly putting out child porn and everything like that. And their most recent drop that was coming out, which by the way was a collab with Adidas, who Adidas has not said nothing about it, but yet Adidas was quick to cut off Kanye after getting backlash after 48 hours. But you don't hear nothing about Adidas right now. Anyways, man, shout out, yay. But anyways, yeah. So pretty much they just like they did a photo shoot, man, you know, showing their new collection, their new drop and everything. And like you have a kid standing there and they're holding a bear that's dressed up with like pretty much like sex clothes. Like bondage.
Like BDSM.
Yeah, shit. like a lace and a choker, leather, yeah,
black leather.
What?
Yeah,
and
bro.
so
on kids, bro.
Yeah, so they had multiple pictures of kids holding the bear and everything like that, and it gets even deeper, man. They
say that they look like they them got beaten and shit and sad and all
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, like the kids were like
fitting the aesthetic of the clothes, bro.
Yeah, of like a sad, like the kids were not smiling, joyful like you usually see kids in a photo shoot, man. And there was even in one of the pictures, they had like just a corner of a document of a court case from 2003 that was pretty much saying, I don't know the exact name of the case, but pretty much the case was about like child pornography and was saying that child porn is not free speech. So it's like, and they had it in the corner, so and they had it visible, like,
and they had like a certificate too, right, or something like that.
Yeah, there was another one. They even had like a book that was about that. Like the author was a bunch of crazy shit, man. And the thing about it is that like that court case where people zoomed in was able to read the papers. Like that's not a mistake. They didn't just throw that in there and just had it on the table by accident. Like they had that in there for a reason, you know, fit the whole aesthetic. And it's just crazy to me how, you know, I brought up the thing with Adidas and how, you know, it was a collab with them. You're not really hearing much about it. But even for someone like you, Eli, who you haven't even heard about it, like, you know, it's been on social media. There's been a lot of people calling out why it's not bigger on social media. But at the same time, it's like, you know, when Kanye said something about the Jews, it was everywhere, you know?
Yeah, like you just said, like this has really been brought to my attention, like just now, like literally. And y'all probably know more about this, like what Balenciaga really stands for, their message, everything. And like what's going through my head is like, what are they trying to portray through this? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, honestly, like that's the only thing I like.
It's not.
Like, what are we trying to do?
It's not even high in fashion anymore. It's just like contemporary like bullshit that
like
high-end designers are trying to like push.
I think that's the way for them to like
break the mold. No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
that's not the right way.
You know, a lot of people have said
target kids, bro. Kids' minds are the easiest minds to taint. So
yeah,
if you have a big multi-billion-dollar industry that are pushing negativity and kiddie porn onto younger kids, they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is okay. This is what I'm supposed to be doing." No,
and
that's what.
Yeah, and you know, Balenciaga, they didn't say anything about it. They just deleted the pictures, deleted this stuff off Instagram and everything like that. Like they left Twitter a few days before because I kind of feel like they knew what was gonna happen. And you know, it's just crazy because like I said, like, you know, there's really, like you said, Tyler, there's no reason for kids to even be in those pictures. You know, like it's not even like you had them modeling clothes.
It's disgusting.
Like they didn't even have on Balenciaga clothes. They were just trying to show off the bear. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't want to get too deep into that because I don't really even like, you know, like speaking about shit like that. That's like, you know, goes real deep into the, you know, conspiracy of you know, like the higher ups and the elite and everything. And just you know, just too much. But yeah, fuck Balenciaga, man.
Facts.
None of my homies fuck with Balenciaga.
But yeah, you guys heard it here first. It's been an awesome episode, a classic one. Cristo, thanks for hopping back on with us.
Yes, man. We
brother.
appreciate it,
You.
man. Yes, sir.
Man,
Yes, sir. Yeah, man.
Group Chat Convos, episode 39. Shout out to the boys. We'll catch you guys later.
Yeah. Bow.